And here's something to think about. Everything in this room, everything you can see right now, and everything you've seen since you woke up this morning started its life in exactly the same way. In a boardroom with a small group of people, and they're sitting around talking to each other, and they say, who are we doing this for? What's the description of the people that we're trying to engage and influence with here? And the answer has always been about demographics, because we make everything in the world for people based on age and gender and income and marital status. No wonder the world is as divided as it is today. When everything begins with a conversation about us versus them, rich versus poor, young versus old, black versus white, gay versus straight. These are the demographic stereotypes that define our universe and define our world. Well, now we have another way. Now we can look at human beings and put them in groups and understand our target audiences based on what makes them human, what they care about most of all, and what their values are. This is a much, much stronger and more powerful way for you to think about your target audiences. It's a much better way for your businesses to move forward. We can abandon demographic stereotypes and instead think about each other based on what we care about, what's most important to us. And I think if we were to do this, we'd end up with a world that's based on unity, a world that everything in this room and everything you've seen and everything you've seen since you woke up this morning could, instead of being designed for disparate groups of people, that's about us versus them, it's about these folks all care about these things. Let's make this thing for a group of people who care about something in common. Our world can't help but be better off if we were to think about things this way. I'm going to give you a couple quick pieces of evidence about how harmful and hurtful demographic stereotypes can be. The most obvious one has been something that's been in our face for the last little while, and rightly so, and it's Black Lives Matter. There's a demographic group standing up and saying, stop it. Stop treating me like I'm part of some artificial group. We're not all the same. Treat me as a human, as an individual. I'll talk about the women's rights movement, talk about the gay rights movement. These are all demographic groups standing up and saying, I am not the stereotype that you want me to be. Cut it out. Don't do that anymore. There's the evidence we need for why values need to drive our world forward. There's all the evidence I need to think that this is a mission that we can accomplish together. And if you'll help me, we can make your businesses better. We can make the world better. In order to change this world, the first step is to change the way we look at the world.